Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing if I could have one product in each category, which product would I pick? So it's kind of like a full face of holy grails, but it's like I look through my entire collection and I figure out, okay, what's the best of everything that I have in this category? So like foundation, primer, mascara, concealer, powder, like everything. So I went through and chose what are like my go-tos. These are products I know work for me and look really nice and last a long time on my skin, and I wanted to share them with you. So I'm gonna be doing a full face of using products that kind of like if I was stranded on a desert island and I could only pick one makeup product in each category to bring. I know that's probably a lot to bring to a desert. However, that's kind of like the vibe of this video. If you guys like these types of videos and if you're enjoying them while you're watching, you should give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So let's go ahead and hop in. Now I'm not, just disclaimer, I'm not gonna be using a lipstick today because I do have to actually run out the door to a training and it would just take too long to like put it on and just to wipe it all off. Let's start with primer. This is the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. When I was thinking about every single primer that I have, I kept going back to this one. And I'm like, you know what? I think that I need this primer in my life. It just smooths and blurs like nothing I've ever used before. It goes a really long way. It smells nice. It doesn't break me out. It makes my makeup last a really long time. And going on, it just helps make my skin look and feel like very smooth and filtered. So yeah, if I could pick one primer for like the rest of my life or to take to a desert island, it would for sure be the Tarte Clean Slate Primer. This is just so wonderful of a primer if you want blurred, matte, long-lasting skin, and the container is like really pretty. Foundation. This was probably the hardest choice for me, but I landed on the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. This never lets me down, and it has great coverage and it looks natural. It lasts a super long time on my skin and it doesn't make me oily. So like I gotta give props where props are due. I'm like running out, so it's like sliding all around. And I'm gonna take my beauty blender and go in with this foundation. It blends really nicely. It is a little light for me, so I will have to go in with some bronzer just to darken it up. I just can't say enough how lifelike and skin-like this foundation looks once it's all set down and on your skin. It just makes your skin look so flawless, and on top of the Tarte primer, it's basically magic. As you guys can see, this foundation is pretty full coverage. Like I would say this is like high medium coverage, which is exactly the coverage that I want. So it makes it perfect for like an everyday foundation. Never looks heavy or cakey. I know that people with dry skin love this foundation. I know it works well for oily skin. It's just all around like an A+ foundation in my book. Oh, hair. I also feel like this foundation really blurs my pores. Like it sits so nicely and looks so smooth. Now that my foundation is on, I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm gonna be taking the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I was super shocked that this beat out the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, but as I use this more and more, I just love the super liquidy full coverage formula. Like it's not like a super heavy or thick formula where it's going to crease on me. It lasts a super long time. It just looks so nice and like plump underneath my eyes. And I really love the price tag. I actually was kind of surprised picking out all my products because most of them are drugstore. This blends out so easily, has really good coverage. If you have issues like me where your concealer can crease, this doesn't do that. And for powder, we all know this is the holy grail. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. So I'm going to set down concealer with this. I've actually never used all of these products in combination in like one makeup look. So I'm very curious to see how these perform. I better have a really good makeup day because individually these all work really well. I'm gonna set down the rest of my face using this powder as well. Hopefully you guys have seen reviews on this powder, but I have a video reviewing this powder and it's just nothing beats this powder. It can never look too heavy or cakey. Like even if you apply a lot of it, it never ends up looking that way. It helps blur and smooth your skin. Like, it actually makes your pores go away. It lasts a super long time, really, really good for oily skin, and I just have zero complaints about it. For bronzer, this is the Milani Sunkissed Silky Matte Bronzer. This is it. Like, it has such a great undertone for super fair skin. It's just pigmented enough, but not overly pigmented. I really love the undertone. I love that it's kind of like this cool tone, warm, neutral bronzer. Blends really nicely, gives like a really nice shadow underneath your cheeks. Yeah, I just really, really like this bronzer, and it's super affordable. All right, for blush, this is the BECCA Mineral Blush in the shade Songbird. Like, I know that I love this for fall, but I'm just learning that I love it for all the time. I really like that it has like little gold specks in it where it gives your cheeks a little bit of a glow. I don't know, I've been really enjoying like more glowy blushes lately instead of a super matte blush, because usually my bronzer is pretty matte. This blush is very pigmented, so just be careful of that. You don't need a whole lot. For highlight, this lives in my heart, basically. This is the ColourPop In-Nude-Endo palette. This is wonderful for highlight. You get so many different shades in here. Typically, I stay to the top 3. I don't really venture down here, but if you wanted to, they had different undertones of these highlights. But my favorite of all is to mix these two together. This lasts a super long time on my cheeks. I actually wore this on my wedding day because it gives the perfect like champagne gold white type of deal. Like, it's, you know how you have like highlights that are either pull really champagne and gold, or that pull really white and like a white champagne. This, if you mix two of these together, you get like a mix of both. So I love that it's a little bit white and a little bit more of that champagne gold shade. And it is very like pigmented. I mean, this is a bam in your face highlight. So here's how my skin is looking. It looks flawless. I don't think I can find a better combination for my face other than using these products together. I'm gonna use the Catrice concealer to prime my eyes. So pigmented, took too much. Now we're gonna do eyebrows. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is the best brow pencil I have found at the drugstore. I think it's like relatively the same as Anastasia's Brow Wiz, so why not pick the cheaper option? It's got a really tiny little end. It's not too pigmented, goes on really nicely. Just like everything about this brow product is great. And when I'm thinking about all of the brow products that I own, this definitely comes to like the top of the list. I already made my eyebrow too wide. What do I do about that? I guess nothing now. One question I have for you guys is, are you starting to decorate? Like, if you do celebrate Christmas, are you starting to decorate for Christmas yet? Because I don't. I really want to start decorating, but Chris tells me till after, like, I can't decorate till after Thanksgiving. But also, like, I'm ready for the Christmas decorations. And research says that people that put up Christmas decorations early are happier, and I want to be happier. I would like to be a part of that I would like to be a part of that population. So I don't know, let me know. Are you guys like waiting till after Thanksgiving? This is like only if you guys celebrate it. And I'm gonna take the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I just haven't found a brow gel that works better than this one. If you have any recommendations, let me know down in the comments, because I feel like I don't really want something that has tint to it, because like I like the color that is this eyebrow product, and I don't necessarily want something to go on top that's gonna make my eyebrows look darker. So like, is there another clear brow gel product that you would recommend that works well and maybe is a little bit more affordable than this guy? I'm gonna be taking the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. This is where it's at for me when it comes to like an everyday makeup look. I love the formula of this. It's just amazing. It's wonderful. I love how warm and sultry the shades are. They just are my kind of shades, and there's something about this palette that I really, really love. I love the color scheme. I love the matte formula. I really, really love the shimmer. They're kind of like pressed glitters almost. These three right here, I really love. I was actually kind of surprised. It was between this one and the ColourPop So Jaded palette. That's how much I've grown to love the So Jaded palette. I just think that this palette has a little bit more wearable shades than the So Jaded palette, so I had to go with this one, and just like, I don't think really anything beats the Anastasia formula. Well, I don't know. I haven't tried the Subculture palette. I know that was like a dud, but every other palette that she comes out with is great. Or should I say every palette that I have of hers, I really like. I took these two shades to put in the crease, the shade Orange Soda right here, and then the shade Burnt Orange right here. I just mixed the two and put them in the crease. I'm going to take probably Sienna right here, start to build that up in the outer V. This is like a nice darker matte warm shade that's not too intense. Like, it's not like I'm putting a dark brown or a black there. And I'm going back with that original crease brush, blending out the edges. And for the lid topper, I'm gonna take the shade Glistening. This is a wonderful lid shade. Got just enough shimmer, but it's like pretty neutral. And we'll go with most of the matte shades in this palette, just blending the two together. For my lower lash line, I'm going to smudge Burnt Orange and Sienna, mix them together. Smudge this underneath my lower lash line. I smudged this too low. What do I do? Beauty blender, save me. And I think we can all guess which mascara I'm using. This is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion. I'm gonna add this to my top and bottom lashes. I love that this mascara never makes my lashes look clumpy or spider lashes, you know, like it lengthens, it separates, it adds a little bit of volume. I don't know what I would do if they ever got rid of this mascara. CoverGirl, please never do, because I don't know if I'd be able to find a replacement. Probably would just start using the Essence one, the Lash Princess False Lash Effect. I'm gonna take this LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in the shade Brown. This has quickly grown to be like my favorite brown liner. Goes on so creamy, so pigmented, stays on my waterline all day long, much longer than any of my other liners that I have, and it's really, really, really affordable. I also just like brown liners because I feel like they make my green eyes pop. And I'm gonna add mascara to my lower lashes. Like, look at my lashes. I never need false lashes because of this mascara. And lastly, for setting spray, this has quickly again become one of my favorites, like better than the all-nighter. This is the Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray down my face. This helps make my makeup last all day long. I never look greasy or oily with this. Like, it's just basically an extra lock it in oil controlling type of deal. If you have oily skin, I definitely recommend getting this. Alright guys, that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to do another video kind of like this that maybe is using like all of my worst products in my collection, then let me know that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.